class. It's Mr. Eager here. One of our first projects we're going to really focus on is making a pinch bowl. In the video, you'll see me make this one here. And we'll go through the whole process of how to do this. I'm not expecting all of you to do what I did, but you really just got to experiment, work with what to do. The pinch bowl, as I have a finished one here I made, different kind of foot on the bottom of it. Just ask me, I'm more than happy to show you that. They can be simple to make. You can do some amazing things with them. There's artists out there who do some incredible things just with pinching, just with your hands, your fingers, and stuff like that. You can do some pretty darn amazing things with them. And in this video, I will begin to show you some basic ideas of how to do that and give you some tips and stuff we need to worry about when making our pinch bowl as well. So this whole video will go through that process. You're gonna use various tools, like some little shaper tools, wooden carving tools. You learn about scoring and slipping. You're gonna use some slip. You're gonna use a serrated rib. You're gonna use your cleanup tool that's in your toolbox. You're gonna use a ribbon tool, some other shapers. I'm gonna show you some cool tricks with a spoon, especially ladies with nails. This will come in really handy for you. And I'm even gonna use a metal rib and a rubber rib. So, all this stuff to make this in this video, let's check it out.
Setting up your project here, I start making the clay into a little ball, push my thumb in to feel pressure in the back of the palm of my hands, then I begin to pinch. Slowly, surely, work on pinching the clay, working it around. Make sure you do not leave the lip too thin. Keep that thick, it's the last thing we're going to pinch. Here's me using my needle tool, checking the depth. Then I go back to pinching some more. I can even use a spoon to help with shaping. Keep working on the shape of your bowl. Another great tool for shaping is your rubber rib. That can really help with the general shape of your piece. Start at the bottom and work your way around. Biggest thing to try and do is evenly distribute all the weight of your piece. Use that needle tool, check the depth, see where you're at, see where you need to go to keep working at it. Here's a section cut in half to kind of see what it looks like. Because again, you're trying to make sure everything's about 1/4 inch thick. On the outside of the piece, use your metal rib to help with the general shaping. This works really well to kind of getting rid of any imperfections, impurities, and stuff like that. Once you do that, it's begin to shape the foot. You're going to take a coil of clay, kind of pinch it out, begin to roll it from tip of the fingers to the palm of your hands. Get that about 1/4 inch thickness as well. If you haven't figured out, we always have the rules of 1/4 inch thick is about the thickness of your thumb. Once you've done it, cut it to fit, shape around the piece. Make your foot, make sure it's not too big, just kind of props up your bowl, doesn't make your bowl too big. You're going to score and slip it on, and then blend and smooth it all together once you score and slip it on. And keep working on that shape of the bowl. Once I'm done pressing everything together, I'll go back in with that rubber rib. I'll even some rubber shapers to begin to kind of compress, blend everything together. I can even use a small damp sponge on the lip, make sure everything is nice and round, kind of really rework that shape a little bit, get it kind of ready for design. I'm even going to go back and clean up the foot a little bit as well. Make sure it has nice and presentable. You know, you can decorate something, but if you don't have a good, well-built piece first, that can cause a lot of problems. So to make sure things well blended, everything's well connected, and looks really nice before you begin to decorate. Once I have my piece shaped the way I want it to be, it's time to put the design on it. I'm going to draw it out first with a needle tool, and then use some other tools to carve away clay. But first, I'll make sure it's nice and firm. I can use a hairdryer to get it nice and firm, get to leather hard stage. You want the clay not to be tacky to the touch. When it feels that way, you can begin to carve. Using ribbon tools, remove a little bit of clay at a time. I usually carve at an angle, give it kind of a relief look to it. And then I slowly begin to work on my project around it. And then I just keep carving. It's always easy to go back and take away more than take away too much at once. So take your time how you carve your project. One thing about carving and working on your project here, as you can see here, I'm using wooden carving tools and rubber shapers to smooth. If you spend 20 minutes making something, you should spend the same amount of time working on your design is what you should be doing. As much time you spend building it, you should design it as well. Don't rush through your design part. Don't think that you have to put too much time into it. It just takes just as much work as everything else. When you're done carving, don't forget to smooth your piece and think about where you can add some texture as well. I'm using a tool here to add some texture, plus I'm going to go back in and carve in and even add some more texture to this project. As you can see here, I've done a little cross section of my finished piece. Everything's well blended together, the thickness is nice and even, and I cannot wait to see what you make.